Tell me what the hell are you scared of when in the end the only thing
Where's
that's
the love? Right here on
love's
this
in your
podcast.
hand.
Welcome to
Love
Love Drops. We're your hosts and One Love ambassadors, Charles and Diane, will share love, hope, and inspirational topics taken from their journey and world events. We will also include on location recordings and special pop up guests from cool places all around the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Whether big or small, love never fails. Oh, love it conquers all. Love never fails.
Welcome to another episode of Love Drop Podcast as we are celebrating 6 years of podcasting. Wow. And I'm so excited about this guest because she was our very first guest on the Love Drop podcast. We talked about grief, and I think we recorded it from a closet in Charlotte, North Carolina, something like that. But anyway, we are here now in Milan, Italy, and our guest is in the US. And I'm going to just pass it over to Charles to talk more about our guest and bring her to the mic. So, Charles.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you. And our guest today is no stranger to the stage, no stranger to us as well. We could ease on down the road with that. One of her other productions, Monique. Your last performance, The Wiz, phenomenal. Out there for our listening audience, if you don't know Monique, you are missing a Grammy performance. But I'm not going to go into all of that now. I'm going to let Monique do it. I'm just overly excited again for you, Monique. And with that said, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. You have the mic.
Well, thank you. I love you too.
We love you.
So, Monique, where are you streaming in from today?
I am in Thornton, Colorado. It's just about 25 minutes north of downtown Denver.
Okay.
Yes. And so, for those who do not know, Monique was last on the show speaking on taking the stage. When asked what production she'd like to perform in, the top answer was The
The
Wiz.
Wiz.
And so we're so excited because we recently sat in the audience in awe and pride and joy and watched Monique as she performed in The Wiz there in Littleton, Colorado. We were able to make it to the blackout performance, and I was fortunate enough to make it to the last performance.
Yeah.
So, Monique, talk to us about the experience, dreams to reality.
I mean, you want to talk surreal. And it's crazy because every year I make my dad a calendar, give it to him for his Christmas gift every single year. And I look at April and it's a picture of him and I downtown at the Wiz at the Buell Theater. And we saw it, we enjoyed it, and we're like, hey, and I was like, man, that's when I think it was like right around the time I was like, God, that would be so amazing to do that show. And then I don't know, it's just the universe. I see an email, auditions, The Wiz. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh, I'd like talk to the family. There's no sports being played because I have two teenage sons and one's driving now. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can do this. And literally just chatted with everybody, told them about the audition, got called back. And you want to talk about an amazing time. I knew no one going there. I still have a lot of theater friends, but I knew no one going there. Everyone was warm, genuine, excited. We're all cheering each other on. And guess how we got to end the callback audition? Doing a Soul Train line. I mean, come on.
Oh,
And that's when I left and I had the biggest smile on my face. And I said, whether I get this show or not, I just had the most amazing, positive Black experience of my life, period. And about 2 weeks go by and I got cats. So, yeah, it was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I am just excited listening. I got chills because I remember the whole experience. I remember getting the callback. I remember the audition. I remember you coming out of it and you sent me a message and you were like, we did the Soul Train line. And, you're like, even if I don't get cast, and you know me, I'm one of your biggest fans. And I was like, girl, you're going to get cast. You're going to be Dorothy. And you're like, no, 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 no. Dial it back, dial it back. And so tell our listeners what you were cast for and tell us about the performance, how you felt. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so when I got my original contract, I had been cast as ensemble, and I immediately took it because I hadn't taken the stage since 2008.
Wow.
So it was just an honor for me to get cast, period. So I was like, cool, sign this contract. And then much later on down the road, I found out that I had been also cast as the understudy of Ada Pearl, who's one of the good witches. And that kind of brought me to tears because it just reaffirmed and just kind of told me again, you still got it. I was like, okay, okay, I can do this. So that's how that came about.
Wow. And so tell us, ensemble, break it down. I mean, we know what it was because we were there. So break it down for our listeners. What does that entail?
It was an amazing experience. I must give a huge shout out to the director, Christopher Page Sanders. Amazing. Everybody that I still know and talk to from theater, they were like, oh, you're going to love him so much. And they were not lying because being ensemble, he made it perfectly clear what he wanted, his vision. He's like, you guys have all of these parts, and I literally want to see someone different on that stage every single time. And that's the job that we took on. I mean, when we were Munchkins, he shouted out, I want to see Harlem. Renaissance, when you're this, I want to see that. And then one of my favorite numbers, y'all got it. That's when the Wiz is trying to peace out and she's like, okay, everybody, y'all got it. And we're all dancing. He gave us specifics about, George Jefferson, then you're this. And we had all these poses. And he literally had pictures saved Beyonce, Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, like, all these people that we know. And we're like, we're hitting it, we're hitting it, we're hitting it. And then it became fun for me because the people who did get to see it, I was like, guess how many times I changed clothes? How many costumes did I have? Because of like a wig or a certain hat or the Kaleida when we've got this African getup on. I changed 10 times. And I mean, it was a marathon, but literally we took that note to heart and I was literally someone every single time. So that's what being a part of the ensemble is like. I mean, we were not in the background, we were doing it.
And you brought with every change a different person. And I was talking with you about that. Your facial expressions, your gestures, your movement was a completely different person. I was looking around to find you, and then later I would see you. Oh, yeah, there she is. It was just phenomenal, to do that so many times in one production.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know my favorite. My favorite was you in that green hunty. Yes, that green dress. Yeah, it was so cool. And I think the accessories and things like that just went with it. So did you have opportunity to purchase a costume or, get a costume?
The opportunity was there, but for, I guess, personal reasons, I chose not to take the green dress with me. And I could tie it into this story. I watched The Wiz on repeat when I was small, and I have vivid memories of me being in my living room and I'm dancing. And when they get to Oz and you can hear Richard Pryor's voice in the background, and he's like, now the color is green. And then you see all the dancers and models, and they're just prancing. That was me. And to have gotten the experience, I get like choked up thinking about it, but to have that experience of having that gorgeous green dress and getting to actually prance across the stage with the lights and the people looking, it was so magical to me. I was like, you know what? I don't need that dress because I wouldn't wear it anywhere else. I have my memories of it. So that's why I didn't get the dress. It was burned on my heart just having that moment, getting to wear it and dance in it. That was enough for me.
And you wore
Mm.
that dress and you danced in it too. Oh, yes, you did. Talk to us about the cast. You told us about the director. Talk to us about being, with the cast, on stage.
Adopting a new family, like so many people from so many different places, like here, like Charlotte, like you mentioned, Virginia, like all these different places, and just warmth, joy. That's another word we all used. Black joy. I mean, we barely knew each other, and by like the third night, we're hugging each other, we're laughing, the inside jokes, the camaraderie starts. And that's why it was so hard to close it. Like we're trying so hard to keep it together, but it's like we don't get to see each other every day anymore. Like talented, amazing people. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. How many shows did you do total?
Oh boy, I should know this. It might have been 23 shows.
Wow. So around approximately 25 shows. And so you are a single mom, or I say you co-parent is better said. Your two teenage boys. How'd you do it? How'd you do it, girl?
Ooh wee. I will say multivitamins. No. I communication, because when I was hemming and hawing originally about even auditioning in the first place, my best friend Debbie, she's like, honey, you can make anything happen for 3 months. She's like, just talk to everybody. And I'm like, no, no. And it's true. So it's communication. Talking with my father, I live with him. He travels a ton. But when he's here, he's here. So he stepped up and helped. My ex husband stepped up and helped. His current spouse stepped up and helped. And then, like I said, the boys are older, one's driving. And it's like, y'all, you don't need to wait around for somebody to cook. Sure, you can do this and that. And I would check in, and I really had to let go of that mom guilt. So many women carry around that mom guilt and we forget about ourselves. And it's okay for moms to step away and get back to our passions and what makes us happy. And then, having my boys come and see me on stage in a completely different light. The stage manager let me bring them backstage, and I'm just like, oh, my babies are here, everybody. They got to see the backstage, and they're just like, wow, it's crazy back here. And I'm like, yeah, but you see like cords and lights and costumes hanging, and all this stuff, and couches where people take cat naps and all of that. So it was amazing to be able to shine like that and let them see that piece of me, and just keep communicating with everybody, and my team at work too. Shout out to them, because there were many times that I'm like, I gotta leave, or I'm gonna log off 15 minutes early so I can get going down to Littleton. And that was not an easy drive, but everybody was just so helpful, all because of communication, really.
Love that. I so love that. How did your boys respond? What did they say?
They are not theater people, but no, they love music. They're not fans of musical theater. They always say, do they have to sing about everything? And I'm like, yeah, we do.
Yes.
So did come and see it. Both of them were like, I would see it again. That was a lot better than I thought it would be. And I
Yeah.
was like, that was the biggest compliment right there. I mean, if it weren't sold out, then they could have come.
Yes, sold out. That's right.
When I just think about all the costume changes, all the performances, that was over 200 plus costume changes. Wow.
Yeah.
Just to think about it, that was
Mhm.
something within itself.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
How did you stay balanced, nourished, wise? Just, with your diet and everything, because that's go, 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 go,
Yeah.
and sleep.
Yeah, it was a marathon. Really just saying no sometimes. There's only a very small handful of times that I did go out. Because, yeah, it was a younger cast. There were a few my age, but knowing when to peace out, and then getting sleep. If we weren't hybrid at my job, I really kind of questioned if I could have done this or not. So it was helpful to log in from home sometimes. That kept me sane. But yeah, just water. And Diana Charles, from being here in Colorado, it is a dry state. 80 degrees one day and then it's snowing the next. You see all the actors, some had humidifiers. I had water literally on every entrance of the stage. I had honey at my station. I had a humidifier at home. So there's like little tricks that you can do to keep yourself hydrated, but I think it's really just taking your butt home sometimes when you need to go home.
Seeing all of that and the many, many, many facial expressions that you complimented the costume that you were wearing, I say, wow, the state of mind you had to be in, that positive state of mind to carry you through all of that is phenomenal.
It's
Yeah.
like balanced, huh?
Another thing I'll say is, my oldest son was just like, how do you drive all the way down there without traffic? It was probably like 40 minutes. You want to throw in traffic and an accident, it's a lot more. And I said, but I'm driving to my happy place. This is not, I have to go to the theater or, I have to sit in traffic. I could not wait to get down to that theater. It was just my happy place. So I didn't look at it, I have to, or, I couldn't wait.
So give us some highlights from the show.
Ooh, highlights from the show. I would say Blackout Night because that was my very first experience. I had never heard of that before. They first started doing it several years ago, and then different theaters here in Denver started adopting the idea. So, and what better, a whole Black cast performing to an entire Black audience. So it was exciting seeing people come in. But when we saw a woman sit down with a tambourine, we were backstage going, oh, 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 it's.
Yes. That's interesting that you would say that because that's the first night that we came. So we had that experience. And then when I came back on the final day performance, because it was matinee in day, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. This is a little bit different. And what it showed is like each night is different. And it's like giving from the audience. And on Blackout Night, oh, it was giving from the audience.
Yep, yep. And that's another thing the director said, he wanted to share this Black joy with audiences that no matter what color they were. Of course, a joke might land differently or a song or like, go girl, or you better sing and stuff like that. It's totally different. You can't deny that. But yeah, I mean, there were so many audiences that did receive it and took it in and, they were like showing what they could.
Right, right. It's funny too because on the night that we came on Blackout Night, we were in Littleton and heading for dinner. And so we saw a couple, it's an elderly white couple, and they were like, hey, have you seen The Wiz? Oh my goodness, it was so good. And I think they said they saw it twice. And I think one of the times was when the cast interacted. So they were able to ask questions and interact with the cast. And they just went on and on. And I had such pride because I was like, well, we're going to see it tonight. And my cousin is starring in the production because to me, you were the star. Everybody was
Yes.
fantastic. But as far as we were concerned, you were the star. I mean, you brought us in from out of our world travels. It's like pause to
Right.
really come and support you. And from the time you were cast, we really wanted to make that happen, but we allowed for it to happen and it lined up so perfectly. So, who else came from out of state to see you?
Well, I would say my dad's girlfriend. She was the only other one.
No, 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 you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, and Jackie Ray, my college girlfriend, Jackie
Shout
Ray.
out, Jackie. I got you.
Shout out.
Yes, I know she is gonna get me. Yeah, she's an independent journalist out in Long Beach. Yeah, she came for Blackout Night as well. So yeah, that was huge. And then Denver Actors Fund, they call it DAF Night, but that's when other actors come because it's like a Monday. All theaters are usually dark on Monday, so more theater people can come. And then all proceeds go to the Denver Actors Fund, people who need help with medical bills, stuff like that. And we raised over $5,300 that night, which is awesome.
Now, I remember during the pandemic, you were doing some things for the Actors Fund and things like that, to support actors in the business. And so, do you see yourself taking the stage anytime soon? Let's talk about it.
Ah, well, you know what? It's like bittersweet because the show was ending and some people were already moving on to their next contract. And I was kind of like, oh gosh, but I am going to enjoy my summer. I've got a couple of vacations coming up. I do have all the audition emails set. So I am looking, but nothing on the near horizon. If anything, I would love to do like a straight show. I know I'm putting it out in the universe. I've done a lot of musicals. Even though I had a huge break, it would be nice to do like just a straight acting performance, not necessarily musical theater. I would take that challenge. I would do it. I've done it before, but it has been years. So,
Now, what do
yeah.
you mean by a straight show?
Something like usually you have to prepare a monologue. So there's no singing, there's no dancing. It's literally just dialogue and drama or comedy. And I think that would be fun.
And your preferred genre and show, please?
Yeah, I can't name one, unfortunately. I
Really? I was thinking comedy because you
I was
cracked
thinking
me
comedy
up. And it's like I could see you, in a serious comedy.
because you do things of that nature so intellectually orientated. You do it naturally. Like
yeah.
you don't even have to act. You're real.
Yes, yes. And so, any shows that perhaps you'd like
None.
to take the stage to? You named The Wiz and you got it. So, like, what would be your dream straight show?
I can't even answer that because I just recently started thinking about that. I'm like, here I am looking for another musical. And I was like, why not open the door to just a show, a play? So yeah, I can't answer that one, Diane. I'm sorry. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Okay, I'll get back with you on that. And you know that I will. You know that I will. So, you know what, Monique, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and join us. It's non-refundable. We truly appreciate it. And what love drop would you like to leave with our listening audience, be it a single mom out in the world wanting to live her dream, be it an actor wanting to take the stage, just be it someone that loves love drops? What would you like to leave?
I would like to leave. Just be true to yourself. You know? I have had this calling for so long and I've missed it so much. You can make anything happen just by sticking to it, communicating with your friends, your family, and not forgetting who you are and just staying true to yourself. That's it.
now that says a lot to me and for me as well. But so many folks are looking for like-minded individuals, and they're overlooking things that are coming right before them that they didn't plan. It's there. It's there. So take advantage of it. And thank you for saying that.
Thank you. That is definitely a love drop, a love splash.
Mhm.
We want to thank you, Monique, for always supporting us from day one. You were our first guest and you've been on repeatedly. You have supported the things that we are doing in the world. You have supported us with calls, with love drops, with just your presence, and we appreciate that. Again, we are celebrating 6 years of podcasting,
Yes.
and we have our Six for Love campaign going on right now. So you can check that out in the narrative. If this episode resonated with you, and it should, this is my cousin sister. Come on, y'all. So share it, share the episode, subscribe if that resonates for you. Stay tuned. We have more love drops coming for you. Also, stay tuned to see what the next stage Monique will take. Trust
Yes.
me, we'll have her back on the show to talk about it. And so until the next time, Charles and I sign off with one love.
Never a second will I waste, never an opportunity to taste the sweetness of this life.
Thank you for tuning in to the Love Drops podcast. Be sure to follow this podcast and share the love with everyone you know. Until next time, this is Charles and Diane signing off. One love. One love.
Love it conquers all, whether big or small. Love never fails. Oh, love it conquers all. Love never